Der Blaudruck funktioniert so, dass man auf das
Blueprinting works like this. You print the so-called pap onto the white linen. The pap reserves the intended pattern, meaning only the parts of the linen will get dyed which are not covered by the pap. The latter is formulated according to tradition, containing gummy rabicum, alum, alumina, water, sunflower oil.
Rabicum, Alaun, Tonerde, Wasser, Sonnenblumenöl.
And other ingredients that are forever kept a secret by the Wagner family. As it has been done from the beginning, the blueprint fabric is still produced by extensive handiwork. Every block contains gauge pins. There is one on the corner, and there is another one. I always need to apply one pin and make sure the other is put on the corn so that the repeated pattern is guaranteed. This way, you shouldn't see where the block is pierced. Here again, I'm applying the block to the last corn and print it like this so you can't really see where the end and the beginning of the block is. The wooden blocks distinguish themselves by patterns typical for the Mullviertel, cornflowers or hop twines and spikes. Being the company's greatest treasure, the hand blocks are diligently taken care of and tended to.
We assume
that our blocks are 150 to 200 years old because the craft of blueprinting has been carried out by our family in this house since 1878. The blocks are made of pear wood equipped with tiny gauge pins of various thickness. That way, the patterns have been applied to the wood.
Sind ihm die Muster auf das Holz gebracht worden.
The print needs to dry for 2 weeks. This procedure is called hardening. After those 2 weeks, the fabrics get their famous blue color.
A contradiction shall be addressed here because actually the fabric does not get blue printed but blue dyed. Before that, the dye lot, the so-called vat, has to be prepared.
We prepared our vat 20 years ago. Since then, there has always been the same liquid in there, meaning we've been dyeing with the same color since then.
With dyeing, both liquid and color intensity drop away. Because of that, the vat gets reconditioned once a month with an intense indigo mix, among other things. Blue dye has been used in Europe since the Hallstatt period. It was then made from dyer's weed. Today, the dye extracted from the indigo plant can be bought in powder form, as does the Wagner family.
The process of dipping the fabric into the vat and then extracting it after 2 minutes needs to be repeated several times. If you extract the fabric for the first time, you'll get a surprise because it has a yellowish-greenish color. Only when the fabric is exposed to air does indigo oxidize and the fabric turns blue.
Dip in for 2 minutes, then expose it to the air for about 15 to 20 minutes for oxidizing. By repeating this at least 4 to 5 times, the fabric will get its unique and intense blue dye.
Every dyeing process produces different shades of blue. It depends on the intensity of the vat or what the weather is like. Is it dry, humid, cold, warm? These are all factors that influence the shade of blue.
After the dyeing, the pap is removed. This happens in a water bath that has citric acid added to it. This fully emphasizes the white pattern on the blue background.
Finally, the damp fabric is put into the rotary iron. That way, the fabric gets dried and ironed at the same time.
Tablecloths, curtains or dindle dresses can be made of the blueprints, unique pieces only. Hardly any fabric made by the Wagners looks the same. After all, more than 150 patterns and countless borders offer endless printing possibilities. In 2018, UNESCO emphasized the importance of blueprinting by adding it to the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity.